The biggest flex. Hey y'all, it's your girl, the Empress 555, and I'm coming to you with another one. You already know Spirit is in the building, okay? The biggest flex that I have in my life and that will ever be, is that me, FedEx? Are you dropping something off? But it would be my healing. That's the biggest flex of a lifetime to me. And want to know why? Because I wanted to heal childhood wounds before my children got to an age where they would have to endure everything that I had to endure. Because I didn't heal, right? That's why I had to endure it. My parents didn't heal. Their parents before them didn't heal. You know what I'm saying? And on forward. That's why I am the black sheep of the family. That's why I am the generational curse breaker. That's why I am the one that's going to shake some things up, okay? But my biggest flex is that my children did not have to heal at 30, at 40, like 30, 35, like I did. That's my biggest flex. Because the children that I have created, and I'm saying created because you have to raise children, right? You train them up in the way as they should go, but you know what I'm saying? They will choose their own paths, their own pathway. I'm so grateful because, and glory to God, nothing but God, that I was able to heal enough to where, I'm not completely healed, okay? I'm not going to tell you no lies. We all are not completely healed, but I have healed to a certain point where I can lead my children into generational wealth here, okay? While I'm leading myself into generational wealth. And that's important. That's important to me. And the reason why I'm having to do it so late is because I had to heal later than everybody else, in the family. They really didn't heal. I had to take the initiative to do what I had to do. So when you see people around you that are not healed in your family, you have to look around and say, okay, I'm the one. I'm the one that has to do this because I don't want to see my children having to heal at 30 and trying to understand life at 30 or reprogram themselves at 30. And I see right now my children, they are very much so, they're spiritual beings, and I'm proud of that. They pray every night. I'm proud of that. They have a rapport with their spirit team. I'm proud of that. Because everything is spiritual in this world. And if they understand spirituality first, that's all I need them to understand. Their spirit will lead them through life. And their higher self spirit will lead them through life. And so my biggest flex is my healing process. It's helping me understand how to raise young adults, because you still got to raise young adults. They don't know it all, and we don't know it all, but we have to do our best, right? So that is my biggest flex. And I was thinking, I ain't never lost. I only gained lessons and blessings behind those lessons. Baby, 355, they just cut it off, okay? But that's why it's important for you to heal your way. Abundance is just not money. That's the name of my book, Healing Your Way to Abundance. It's not about money. Abundance is not about money. Abundance is about, it's generational wealth. And it's meaning good health, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially. You know what I'm saying? It all comes together once you definitely heal your way to a certain point where you're understanding. You got to heal your way to an understanding as well. And each day is a process, especially when you're dealing with young adults, But in kids in general, when you're dealing with your kids in general, it's a process. But I am so grateful that my kids are who they are, and I thank God for protecting and covering and cloaking them the way that God does. That's my biggest flex in my children, because they are magnificent children. They are. Even when I got an attitude or they got an attitude, they still magnificent. And that's what I'm proud of the most. You know, their abilities to just be hard workers, honest children. And I guess this is just their props. You know, I'm just excited for them where they're going. You know, life is good. And I didn't do it all by myself. I did it with God and my grandmother. But my grandmother said, you did that alone and you better go. She said, you did that with not even enough help from me. And you know how I like to help. But she didn't help me the way I did that on purpose, because I needed to act as if she wasn't there so I could do it on my own. I needed to act that way because everybody else just depends on her. And I wanted my grandmother to know that before she leaves here, your girl got it, okay? And I'm just excited about just rebuilding my life from where it is now. I'm so excited. I have everything that I want, everything that I need. I have it. I don't have everything I want or desire, but I have everything I need. But this really is everything I want, because I have the family that I want now. So it's like, heal, y'all. Heal. Because you are going to mold your family when you do. The healing, the way your family go, train the children as you want them to go. That is so true. That is so true. And if you train your children the way you want them to go, I promise you, Spirit is going to instill what they need, and they're going to be excellent kids. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to do this. But for the most part, I thank God. I thank God for the mindset and the generational wealth that I have now, because it's a blessing, and I'm grateful.